Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Meadsyreplays and welcome back to a channel. Today we are up to tier 9 in the lowest DPM tanks week. So tier 9, it is the mauschen. The lowest DPM tank is the mauschen. Just over to 1000 DPM. I like the tank. I think the tank is very good. And when the tank first come and I reviewed it, I actually said in that review that this could potentially be one of my favourite tier 9 heavies. Since then, to be honest, I haven't played it as much because I haven't really had any need to play it. But it probably is still up there with my favourites. I mean, having played other tier 9 heavies, I don't think this will be my favourite. Now I would probably say the Conqueror is my favourite, potentially. I've got loads of nice tanks in tier 9 that I like, but it's still up there. It's still up there with the best tier 9 heavies. It's basically a mouse in tier 9. It's got nice armour. Obviously, it has the lower plate and the hatch. It has nice alpha damage. And the thing with this tank is, it is very hard to play because you can't just steamroll up to the enemies and expect to be like a mouse and bounce everything. It's not going to happen. You need to angle. But the thing with this tank is with the side plates, you can't angle too much because your side plates then will become quite weak. And it's the same with your turret. If you over angle your turret, the sides become very, very weak. It's a very slow tank. It's a very heavily armored tank. So I definitely recommend playing it with, nice high roll there. Playing it with your team. Don't go out in the open, definitely on your own, because it's very slow. The traverse is quite slow, but it's a mouse. So this battle we're going to do a little bit of damage, and the next battle we do have an ace tanker. And there from the tier 8s you could definitely get some bounces. We didn't get a bounce there, so you're not going to bounce everything that comes your way. So this game is just 4 tanks left alive. One of them is a tier 9, which is the IS-8, which is low hit points. We're not going to worry too much about him. He's not really nothing. So we're going to get a shot in on the CDC, which we should have used the HE on the CDC. We would have probably cleared him. But he is going to get taken out, and then it's just 3 tanks left. We have plenty enough hit points, so we can just rush the IS-8. So 2 tanks left. We're going to rush 410, and with a little bit of a ram, and we do just over 5 or nearly 600 damage with that. And as you can see there, we're not bouncing. You've got weak cheeks, just like the mouse, but the difference between the mauschen and the mouse is the angle of your turret. You can see the front bit of the turret is sort of flat, so if you angle your turret, that flat bit becomes quite weak, and it's exactly the same with your tracks. The top of your tracks becomes very weak. So it's a very difficult tank to actually play, get in those positions so you can actually bounce. The hatch on top of the mauschen is quite a bit more, shall I say, difficult to penetrate and to hit than the VK100, which is the tier 8 version of this. But it's a tall tank, so we're going to see this battle now on mines. And the best thing about it being a tall tank, that you can see over it hasn't got the best gun depression, but you can get your gun enough over these ridge lines. So we're now going to go and push the heavies. The enemy have got 2 mediums and a light tank, so there is no issues with their leopard gaining the hill. He's gained the hill and he's not been challenged whatsoever. But the T-49 on the enemy team decides to go around the island, and I do spot him, and he is, I would say, a dangerous target. He's not that much of a dangerous target, so I shouldn't be spending too much time looking at him because he's only going to be able to pretty much splash me with HE, especially from that distance. So straight away we have 400 damage, 400 blocked, and there we get another block damage from the T-34, who decides to poke up. And I mean, our team here are doing very well. We've got a TD at the back, or we've got 2 TDs at the back, and the rest of us are pushing the hill. Pretty much the same with the enemy. I mean, you had that T-49. We do take a shot there, but I thought it could be worth taking it. I knew I wasn't going to poke out too much. They only have 1 TD, which is the Conway. So I thought it would be worth poking that, taking a shot. Hopefully, I was hoping to clear the T-34, but now he's down to a 1 shot. He's pretty much out of the game. There's not much he can do. And you can see there the EXP pushes the hill. We do get a shot on him, but he penetrates my bottom plate with absolute ease. No problem whatsoever. Now this IS-8, what is he doing? What is this IS-8 doing? We are 2 tanks down now. There was no need for this IS-8 to just YOLO like that, and he's going to potentially cost them the game, because he's now dead, and there is 2 or 3 tanks, actually 4 tanks if you include the T-49, which is somewhere else. That is very low hit points. And now the T-54. So there goes the T-34. We've brought it back to a 5 versus 5, and we have the hit points. The Charioteer takes 1 shot on the Leopard, so he's now a 1 shot. The EXP's a 1 shot. The T-54 is a 1 shot. So I'll try and just to poke enough forward. We do get a bounce, 400 bounce from the EXP, and luckily, even that I wouldn't have mind taking a shot to clear the Leopard. So now it's 5 on 4. The T-54 again, he's going to just poke, and they make silly errors that they didn't need to make. So I'm up to 1200 block damage. The Conway, I now know he's at the back or in the TD spot, because he's just killed our Charioteer. I'm now up to 1600 block damage. We're on 3400 damage, and it's just 3 tanks left alive. And I'm more worried about the Conway. I really want to push the hill to see if we can get into a better position, because I just can't see him. But I really want to take this EXP out first, but we just can't penetrate his turret the way. He's not out long enough, but also on the other hand, he is unable to penetrate us either. So now there goes the 600. So I'm going to make my move now. I know that the Conway has the big gun, so he's on a 15-16 second reload. So I seize this opportunity to push up the hill, and we do take out the EXP. So now I know that the Conway is using the big gun. We do find him at the back. We try the HE, but the Conway's actually got quite good armor, considering it has no armor. Really, for the turret, the turret's quite nice on the Conway, unlike everything else in its line. So now the T-49, we're going to try and get that HE shot. If he stops, there we go, he bounces into a wall. We do shoot him, but we only splash him with the HE, but my team does take him out. And now it's just the Conway, who is not going to back up, sadly, for me to get my 4th kill. So there's no point in me rushing down. I'm just going to wait for my team to push. They are going to start pushing. I was hoping that because the T-30 is on his way, he's just going to back up and allow me to get that shot off. But it doesn't happen, sadly, and he is now getting shot. And he's only on 149 hit points. And I think the T-30, yes, he is. He takes him out. So 2,600 block damage. And we end up with just over 4,300, I think it is, 4,420 damage. We get the ace, high caliber, top gun, and we make some credits. So even though this tank is the lowest DPM tank in tier 9, it's still an enjoyable tank. It's still a good tank if you know how to play the tank. So that is it, guys. Join me tomorrow for the last day of my holiday and the last of this series, where we are going to look at the lowest DPM tank in tier 10. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm Meadsy69, and I will catch you all tomorrow. Goodbye.